Hey everybody, how you all doing? It's me again, Oh My Rod, and tonight we are discussing the very much anticipated 2025 movie Superman, directed by none other than James Gunn. Um, James Gunn is one of the two main heads, I believe, at DC. He, along with Jeff Johns, who is a very, very well known comic book writer. I have quite a few of his graphic novels. Very well written individual. He's written a lot of different DC characters. And James Gunn is well known for directing the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. And he also revised the Suicide Squad movie. I believe I think it was David Ayers who wrote the first one in 2016. And then oh goodness, what's it been? I'm gonna say about 2018. Maybe it was 2019. I can't, somewhere around there. Uh, James Gunn wrote the Suicide Squad with John Cena, Idris Elba, and several other people. Anyways, now he dropped Superman. A little bit about Superman. We all know the story, and if you don't, there are tons of graphic novels and comics that can explain it to you. But a little baby is sent in a spaceship from a dying planet called Krypton, who's sent to Earth, and is raised by none other than some good old Kansas farmers who raise him up. And then he goes off to the city to become a journalist. And there, he also knows he's got all these powers, and he uses his powers for good. In the movie, Superman is not alone. He actually has his faithful canine companion, Krypto, who, I'm going to be upfront, he was the star of the show. That little rascal was the absolute best doggo I have ever seen. He was so lovable, so cute, and he was overall a good boy. But in the movie, Clark Kent, aka Superman, he gets into so much trouble because he was trying to help the country of Janpur, which is a poor country, from being taken over by the more wealthier, more well-trained country of Boravia. And he stops this problem, but in so doing creates more problems. And Superman's back was up against a wall the entire movie, and he is trying to figure out what to do and how to juggle everything. Lois Lane was in the movie. She's hot. I'm throwing it out there right now. And she, of course, knows who Superman is and has a hard time with the whole dual identity. Jimmy Olsen is Clark's best friend, and I don't think he knows that he's Superman. But he wants to help Clark, just like Lois Lane does. And also we have the return of Lex Luthor, who is pretty much the equivalent of Joker to Batman. Just like how Joker, is Batman's main villain, Lex Luthor is Superman's main villain. And Lex Luthor, of course, he doesn't have any superpowers, but man, is he intelligent. And in the movie, he creates these portals where he can travel to different parts of the world via some sort of interdimensional loophole or something. I'm not much of a sciencey person, but it was pretty cool. Anyways, Lex Luthor hates Superman. He thinks he is a menace and needs to be destroyed. However, Superman has to constantly fight for what is right, and he ends up getting captured by Lex Luthor and sent into a containment cell within one of his loopholes. It's there that Superman discovers the truth about a lot of things and breaks free and saves the day. However, in the movie, I must say we see Superman go through a lot of really interesting character changes. He starts off as somebody who just is so lost in life, and then by the end of the movie it's like he knows who he is. And I have to say that the screenwriters did an amazing job. I really have to give it to the screenwriters. They really did an amazing job of portraying Superman not just as a loser, but as a real zero to hero person. There was so much action in the movie. There were monsters, there were robots, there was special guests. I'm not going to say who they were because I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it was such a good movie. I would definitely recommend you guys go see it in theaters because honestly, it's one of these movies that you just got to see in theaters, you know? It's just one of those that like big screen and surround sound and everything. Oh my goodness, it was just an amazing overall experience. I would definitely give this one a solid 10 out of 10. I cannot wait for buying this one digitally. I'm really hoping you guys get to go see it. James Gunn did an amazing directing job. I would definitely consider this to be one of his best works. I would say I really enjoyed this movie over the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and possibly even over the Suicide Squad, even though Peacemaker does make a small appearance in the movie. But aside from that, yeah, I mean, this was overall a really good movie. I think DC is in good hands with James Gunn as a movie director and with Jeff Johns doing the writing. And I really hope that James Gunn makes more movies. I really hope they make several more Superman movies because I know that the new guy, I think what's his name, Adam Cornsweet, is not Henry Cavill, who I consider to be like the Superman, but this new guy, he really does a good job. You know, he really does live up to the Superman mantle. He really gave it his all, and you know, he really had that Clark Kent Superman look. He really did. And I applaud him for it. I think James Gunn did an amazing decision with who he casted for the role of Superman, and I really hope that they make several more Superman movies. I think James Gunn knows what he's doing, and I, for one, am really excited about that. But anyways, I hope you guys get to see it before it leaves theaters. And if you have seen it, what did you think about it? Was it a good movie? Or did you think it was okay or lame or what? As always, I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care and God bless.